What's up, PioneerDrone.com. Today I'm going to be taking my V303 Seeker out for a flight with the Walkera Gimbal on here. It's the G2D 2-axis. So I have my GoPro in here upside down, so then that way I can have easy access to the ports as well as the memory card. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera on. Make sure it's recording. And then go ahead and slide the gimbal onto the bottom of the quadcopter. It's easier to remove this to do compass calibrations prior to putting this back on. And then we'll go ahead and make sure that the quadcopter and gimbal are level so when it powers on. So looks like we got power to the gimbal, no vibrations. Looks like it's fairly smooth. Alright, so we'll go ahead and arm the motors. We got a lift off. Just checking out the gimbal, making sure everything's okay on it. Everything looks to be steady. Quadcopter's holding this position very well. So wind is very, very mild today, so we shouldn't get much oscillation or feedback from the wind. Take it up a little bit. This is the mountain here. No range issue report as yet. I'm going to fly this with the red light to me, or the back tail light to me, so I can see if it goes red at any point during the flight. Now I put a new receiver in here that is specifically for this transmitter that I'm using. So we'll stop and get some panning shots. Doesn't look like we got any drift going on. It's holding pretty steady. Take the quadcopter out a little bit further. Sure that we don't have any range issues. So solid green light. Holding this position very well. Now, flight time with this gimbal is going to be reduced. Probably looking at anywhere between 5 to 8 minutes. So we'll need to keep that in mind while flying today. The gimbal runs off the quadcopter's battery for its power. So it's sucking up juice, plus you got added weight, so we'll let this level out, take it up a little bit higher. Getting a little bit of a drift to the right, the way the wind's blowing. Typically this thing's pretty good about holding this position, but every once in a while I get some drift with it. Could just be unbalanced props. I haven't found a good prop balancer yet. Cheaper ones use a spindle and it's hard to get them centered and it gives you false readings. But not too high up, we're about 100 feet up. Get some panning shots. Go a little bit higher. My main concern is just watching this light. If we can get a couple good steady flights. I'm not going to ever fly out of view of sight, so we'll start bringing it down. I'm going to bring it down in stages. Don't want to bring it down too fast. So it's handling well, responding well, no range issues. Gimbal seems to be working. So hopefully we don't get any Jello. I'm very happy with it today. So probably going on 4 minutes now. I don't have a timer, so I'm just kind of trying to keep track on my own. Getting a little bit of a drift backwards, so we'll trim up the quadcopter elevators. Might be a lack of satellite connection out here, but the new receivers seem to do the trick, so the gimbal seems to be very, very level, so it's flying nice. So we're going to go ahead and bring it in for a landing. I'm going to find a spot nice and smooth, because there's not much clearance between the gimbal and the legs on this. Got a little bit of a red light, but this is V303 Seeker with the Walkera G2D gimbal.